I'm a traumatic brain injury survivor, and this is one of my experiences. In the beginning of brain injury, I was very depressed, and I had a lot of reasons to be depressed. But the one thing I want to acknowledge is that it was not a chemical depression, it was a situational depression. I was depressed because I had fractured in my identity. I didn't know who I was anymore. I had been experiencing a world for 35 years and it was not the same world anymore. I was really struggling with adjusting to my new realities because I was having a lot of cognitive deficits where I couldn't process information, problem solve, memory recall, memory retention, and word finding. I was depressed because I was emotionally volatile and verbally abusive to my family. I was depressed because I could no longer really provide for myself, and everything that I once knew was no longer what it once was, that I used to be able to do very well. I was depressed because I was losing loved ones. I had friends and family show up with toxic positivity, just trying to silver line all of the beautiful things in my life when I was screaming to be heard and pleaded with to be seen. And I was, in many cases, judged and condemned. These are naturally depressing situations. These are not situations that warrant prescriptions of chemical depression. All the prescriptions that were given to me made me worse. I was not tested for neurotransmitters and whether or not I was not producing them. It is reckless, in my opinion, for doctors to be prescribing neurotransmitter medications that mess with our serotonin and our dopamine levels and our norepinephrine levels that are vital functioning components to who we are as people. And we're just playing with that in our brain. And that's not really okay, especially when we know we're dealing with situational depression. What did I need? I needed to learn how to be present with myself. I needed to learn coping skills for brain injury, not just mental health. I needed to create a safe environment, both internally and externally. And there was a lot of things that really could have helped my depression instead of putting me in a chemical straitjacket and numbing me. That wasn't helpful. It might have been for a minute because I was very overwhelmed and stimulated. But what I want to remind you is that our symptoms are the same as the side effects of those medications, and that only confuses the situation. How about you teach me how to manage my life instead of numbing my life? That too will make me feel depressed.